You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. We are still discussing the case against R. Kelly, a man whose legal journey has captivated headlines, divided opinions, and raised critical questions about justice and fairness in the American judicial system. Whether you're a fan of his music or simply a seeker of truth, in this episode we will explore why R. Kelly, despite his convictions, should strongly consider filing for habeas corpus as a potential pathway to justice. To understand why R. Kelly needs to pursue this legal avenue, let's first define habeas corpus. Latin for "you shall have the body." It's a fundamental legal principle enshrined in the U.S. Constitution under Article 1, Section 9. The same section that prohibits the enactment of ex post facto laws. Habeas corpus gives individuals the right to challenge the legality of their imprisonment in a court of law. It isn't about proving innocence or guilt directly. Instead, it's about questioning whether the trial, conviction, or sentence violated defendants' constitutional protections. For R. Kelly, for example, this means asking whether his trial was fair or not, and whether his constitutional rights were upheld. And critically, whether there were errors in the legal process that justify reviewing or overturning his conviction. First, let's look at the question of constitutional violations. R. Kelly's legal team has raised concerns about a biased jury pool, extensive pretrial publicity, and prosecutorial misconduct. In high-profile cases like his, the court must take extra care to ensure the defendant's Sixth Amendment right to an impartial jury. When media coverage paints a picture of guilt before the trial even begins, it becomes nearly impossible to find jurors who haven't been influenced by public opinion. Additionally, if the prosecution withheld evidence favorable to the defense, or presented arguments outside the bounds of fairness, it would violate R. Kelly's due process rights under the Fifth and 14th Amendments. Not forgetting the misinterpretation of Congress' amendment of the statute of limitations as a retroactive ex post facto law, which is against the mandate of Congress. According to the same Article 1, Section 9 of the Constitution, Congress cannot enact ex post facto laws. These, together with the leaking of R. Kelly's prison communications, amount to huge legal malpractice that caused the violation of R. Kelly's rights. And therefore a habeas corpus petition could force a thorough examination of these claims. Another critical issue lies in the evidence presented at trial. In a habeas corpus filing, R. Kelly's defense could argue that some evidence admitted in court was improperly obtained or lacked sufficient corroboration. The videotapes, for example, were inadmissible for a lack of chain of custody. However, these were used regardless, making the whole court process meaningless. Digital evidence such as emails or videos must meet stringent standards to be admissible in court. If any of this evidence was tampered with or lacked chain of custody, misrepresented, or obtained without a proper warrant, it could undermine the validity of his conviction. Moreover, questions have been raised about witness testimony. Were any witnesses pressured, coerced, or incentivized to testify against him? Well, there is a previous episode where we published footage of Geronda Pace confessing she was forced to return to the dock in Chicago. If this truth is established, this could constitute grounds for challenging the integrity of the trial process. Next, we address the issue of legal representation. Every defendant has the right to effective assistance of counsel under the Sixth Amendment. If R. Kelly's first set of lawyers failed to adequately prepare, investigate, or present a strong defense, this could be even more grounds for habeas corpus. High-stakes cases like his required a legal team capable of countering both the prosecution's narrative and the court of public opinion, as well as enforce a proper jury selection, which R. Kelly didn't get. If his defense fell short, he deserves another chance to present his case. Timing is crucial in habeas corpus petitions. Federal law imposes strict deadlines for filing for it, typically within 1 year of exhausting all direct appeals. We therefore have to wait until the New York appeal deliberations are over to know against what the habeas corpus will be filed. With R. Kelly already serving time, his legal team plans to act quickly to preserve his rights. Delaying this process could mean forfeiting the opportunity to challenge his detention altogether. And again, we would like to emphasize that this case isn't just about R. Kelly as an individual. It's about the principles of justice and fairness that underpin our legal system and that must be uplifted to protect all defendants. High-profile defendants often face a unique set of challenges, from biased media coverage to public outrage. While no one is above the law, no one is beneath its protections either. Filing for habeas corpus would send a powerful message that every individual, regardless of their fame or notoriety, has the right to a fair and just trial. If R. Kelly's team pursues this legal strategy, what happens next? A federal court would review his petition examining whether any constitutional violations occurred. If the court finds merit in his claims, it could order a new trial, reduce his sentence, or even vacate his conviction entirely. While the road ahead is still uncertain, habeas corpus represents a vital opportunity to challenge the status quo and seek justice for the R&B king. The story of R. Kelly's legal battles is more than just a headline or a soundbite. It's a reminder of the delicate balance between accountability and fairness, and between punishment and due process. As a society, we must ensure that even the most controversial figures are afforded the full protections of the law. Whether you believe in his innocence or guilt, one thing remains clear. R. Kelly deserves the opportunity to challenge his detention through habeas corpus. Thank you for staying tuned to HN Newsroom. And as always, stay informed and engaged in this pursuit of justice. If you want to be featured in our video releases, send us your clips by emailing them to hnnewsroom242@gmail.com or use Google Drive for larger files. Be sure to include your name and any details you'd like us to know. We can't wait to showcase your contributions. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.